Hey, welcome everybody to another training video, coaching video from Real Estate Sales Solutions. I'm Greg Harrelson here, and I love to take a lot of listings. I think a lot of you know that. So I want to talk about a few things that you can do to improve your listing presentations, the listing appointments, the presentations you make to the number of listings taken ratio. So this is all about closing down more listing opportunities, you know, when you're going on these listing appointments. So the first thing that I want to talk about is before you get to the listing presentation, before you get to the appointment, I call it the pre-listing presentation or pre-listing conversation. Pre-appointment conversation could be another way to describe it, and that is the conversation you have the day before you're going to meet a potential seller. There's a few things that you need to understand. Number one, you need to understand why they're selling. Now, some of you probably hear this video and you say, well, of course, Greg, you want to know why they're selling. Yes, but most agents don't dig deep enough and understand the core reasons why people are selling. For instance, if I ask somebody why they're selling and they say, I want to move to Atlanta, well, I can be assured, moving to Atlanta is not why somebody is selling. They're moving to Atlanta in order to accomplish something else. Do you know what that something else is? Is that something else a job transfer? Is it they're upsizing, getting closer to their children? Maybe they have a new grandchild. What is the real reason? Because if, let's say, for instance, if somebody's real reason for moving to Atlanta was to get close to a grandchild, then my question would be, if the grandchild was in Oklahoma, would they still be moving to Atlanta? We both know the answer is no. So Atlanta is insignificant. You need to really dig deep and figure out why people are really selling. So then you can speak to those reasons. That'll create a lot more urgency, you know, in the transaction. The second thing you want to know on the conversation pre-appointment is you need to know what people are hoping to get for their property. You don't, you know, I know they're going to say, well, Greg, you know, you tell me, you're the professional. Hey, I appreciate you trusting me with that information and allowing me to guide you, but I am kind of curious, what are you hoping to get for it? Get some sort of answer so you have an idea what range they're talking about. It'll help you when you go in to make a presentation. You're not going to change your number, but you might get a clue on how you need to present your number. So step number one is the pre-listing conversation, asking and identifying those questions and identifying that information. The second thing is when you're on the listing presentation, we need to stop pretending that we as real estate agents know that price that property is going to sell for. Heck, right now you may price a property and it sells for more. In other markets, you price a property, it sells for less. Very rarely do you ever state a price and that property actually sells and closes out at that price. So we need to be talking about ranges. If you want to improve your closing ratio on listing appointments, talk about ranges, a high range, a mid-range, a low range, associate a time frame, and associate a net at each one of those three prices. And then simply ask them, Mr. Seller or Mrs. Seller, I'm just kind of curious, which one of these pricing strategies would work best for you? And let them choose. That is the best way, in my opinion, to actually present price. Now, if you ever get involved with Agent Success Academy, you're going to see that I coach on these things. I give a lot of scripts on these things. So if you're not in coaching right now, or if you're looking to switch, check out us at Agent Success Academy. The last thing that I'm going to say to improve your closing ratio, listings taken ratio, is going to be ask for the business. Studies show that real estate agents, as well as salespeople, they don't ask for the business enough. Like the average number of times that the business is asked for is less than one, meaning not every agent asks for the business at every appointment. Now, if you do your job right and you've identified their motivation and what they're hoping to sell it for, and you've presented pricing correctly, then all you have to do is say, are you ready to get started? Should we go ahead and get this on the market? Are you ready to get it sold? Like, those are the closes that you need. Those are the asks that we need to start using. It doesn't take a fancy salesy closing technique to ask for the business. All you have to do is say, hey, why don't we go ahead and get started? You ready to get started? Like, that's good enough. A close or an ask for business is a natural progression of a great presentation. So if you're feeling a little hesitant at asking for the business, then maybe you need to go back and work on the presentation. Because be assured, when I'm done with my presentation, I have no hesitancy asking for the business, because I believe I'm the best person for the job of selling their home. So again, I'm Greg Harrelson, Real Estate Sales Solutions. We'd love you to join us at Agent Success Academy. Just go ahead and reach out to us. Go to realestatesalessolutions.com. We'd love to be part of your growth. Talk to you soon.